Been up soon? There's the message telling me to let everybody know you are being recorded. So just in case America's Got Talent comes looking for us, we are ready. We will be famous, right? All right. Okay, so did everybody have a great weekend? Yes, yes. I hope. Okay, somebody had a great weekend. What? Everybody else just sat around and cried all weekend? What happened? Okay, Andrew had a good weekend. Enoch had a good weekend. Anybody else? I hope you all did. Some people are still trying to find their coffee this morning or their power drink, whatever they have. All right. Okay, so we made it through the first week. I just did a quick glance through the grades. It looks like the resume keyword is the assignment that most people didn't get through. Quick on a show of a hands, who didn't do the resume keyword assignment? Anybody? Okay, Lewis didn't do it. Okay, because I want to talk about this assignment, and what happens if you didn't do an assignment? Okay, number one, if you didn't do an assignment, uh, a tow truck is going to be coming around, and they are going to tow you out of your house, and you are going to be evicted from Southern Tech. Anybody know about this rule? Being evicted from Southern Tech? They didn't go over that? Yeah, yeah, they hook chains up to you. They tow you right out of your house. It's brutal, especially in this heat, dragging you down I-4, especially with the stop and go traffic. You know how I-4 is. No. Okay, so if you didn't get to an assignment, listen very closely because this is a respect thing. Do not send me a text and email and say, open up all my assignments. Because if I get open up all my assignments, I'm going to say no. See how that works? No. I like that word. It's a word that I'm going to teach y'all to use when people ask you to do something and you say no. So we can all practice that. Everybody, no. That's rude. Okay. You didn't do something and now you're saying, do this for me. No. If you missed an assignment, this is what you do. You own up to it. Okay. Life does happen. How many people just got lazy and didn't do it? I did this all the time as a student. I can't be the only person who did it. Or there was something great. There was an incredible episode on the Kardashian. Okay, these things happen. Okay, life happens. I'm not stupid. Okay, I used to go to concerts. It's like, and trust me, after the concert, you think I remembered? Okay, I love my heavy metal. I was backstage with Ozzy. You think after an Ozzy concert, you think I remembered much of anything? Look at Ozzy now. Do you think he remembered much of anything? Okay, so if you missed an assignment, this is what you need to do. You need to send me a text or an email stating which individual assignment it is because I have to open that assignment for you. I'm not going to go through, find you, and search through your assignments and pick out which ones I need to assign or open up for you. Okay? I will work with you, but you have to own up and tell me which ones you miss. If you miss 5 of them, yes, you have to list each five out of those 5. Okay? And don't go, oh, that's too much work. Well, you know what? You should have did the work first, right? Am I right? How many agree? You should have did your job first. You're an adult student. You have responsibilities. If you don't do the responsibility, there are consequences. Your consequence is you have to list the assignments that you missed and I will open them up. Okay? This isn't, oh, I paid a lot of money, so you have to do all these things for me. No, you are not buying a grade. You are not buying a degree. You are paying for education, but that comes with responsibilities. Okay? This is not pay for grade. Got it? Okay, so I'm willing to work with everybody, but you do have to do a little bit here. So what I'll do is I'll take your list and I will go in and I will work with you. Now, here's the thing with extensions. Extensions are only good up to 7 days beyond the original due date. So that means anything in week 1, you can only work on through week 2. So once we get in week 3, you cannot request week 1. Okay, this is really imperative because when we get into the final week and people are struggling to get grades, you cannot go back to week 1 and you cannot go back to week 2. Okay, you cannot do the whole course in the last week and make up those grades. It doesn't work that way. These are Southern Tech rules that all the online instructors have to follow. The reason why I'm having this conversation now is I want you to know this because I'll be honest, here's the grades. We have people in the 30s and then there's a big jump into the 80s. Okay. The people in the 30s just didn't do assignments. It's not that people are doing assignments wrong, they just didn't do them. Okay. So this course is not the easiest to catch up with. So catch up with them now. All right, everybody got that? Yes, yes. Everybody understand. I'll keep going over this and it'll just make our lecture longer, okay? I want to make sure everybody understands because this course is about you and getting your career going. So, and that's why these assignments are so important. Okay, so the one the majority of the people missed was that resume keyword on Friday. And I want to talk about this and what I'll do on that one. On the resume keyword, I'm just going to open that one up. So, how many people missed that one? I should see quite a few hands because some people missed that one. Yes. Okay. Thank you for being honest. I always want you to feel like you could be honest in this class. Okay. And honesty's good on the job, you know. One of my best friends who sat next to me at the hospital, she asked me something and then she got up from her chair. I kid you not, went to the bathroom and threw up. You know why she did? She put a command. Now realize we are working in the IT department of a facility that ran 11 hospitals. She accidentally triggered something that brought down 11 hospitals. Think about that. She brought down 11 hospitals all at one time and deleted the inventory. Think about that. 11 hospitals had no inventory. You could not order lab tests. You could not order any type of test. You could not do radiology, no pharmacy, nothing. You could not do emissions at 11 hospitals simultaneously. She owned up to it. We were able to get it. We can fix things. Okay, so this assignment, this resume assignment, I'm going to go over that and explain why this is important. And those of you who did it, you did it extremely well. Okay, so let's talk about this. So that's going to be one thing. The other thing is the midterm. How many people are freaked out about the midterm? Anybody freak out about tests? It's a very common thing. Okay, please don't. Okay, don't freak out. I'm going to talk about that because when you first take it, your grades are going to be low. Okay, don't freak out about that low grade because I'll tell you why it's low when you first take it. All right, so hang with me. And so, going to be throwing a lot at you. You're going to be dodging things like the matrix. Okay. So stick with me. You got to trust me on these things, you know. And we know about that trust thing. You know, it's a rude joke, but pretty funny. And so, stick with me on this. All right. Everybody good so far? Yes, yes. We got our coffee. I got my coffee. And so everybody good? Here we go. So we're going to start off with some sharing because sharing is caring. I love that y'all had to put up with me. Okay. So I'm going to take a look. Well, I can't do it as a student because I have to go into a closed assignment. So we're going to look at this week 1. Okay, any of these assignments, if you need them reopened, again, Tell me which assignment it is. Send me either a text or an email. Okay? Simple as that. Communication. But this assignment I am going to reopen because so many people skip this one. Okay? So this is the one about the resume keywords. And you're going to search for jobs in your career field. And I need the web addresses. Okay? That shows me you actually did the search. And you're going to look for skills mentioned in those job postings. Okay? So you're going to open up a Google search. Okay? And so we could type in vet assistant. Okay. And whoops, and I mistyped it up there. Vet assist. I didn't even get Orlando spelled right. I'm typing horrible. So Indeed has some. Click on that. And you can see that there's some positions here. Town and Country has them. And so I can click on this. Whoops, let me go back here. They apply now. And sign in here and get the information, because what it's going to do, it's going to tell you about it, the benefits, the description, but down here, it tells you what they require, okay? Qualifications and skills, boom. So you're going to find 3 different positions, 3 different jobs, and you're looking for hard skills and soft skills. And we talked about those. The hard skills are the ones that are unique to their position. So what would be unique here? Animal care background. That is unique. That is a hard skill. Ability to work unaffected in an environment where dogs are barking. That is unique to this position. Available to lift and carry animals and food bags. That is unique to this position. Okay? Things like that. So those are unique to that position, you know. So some of these are normal on that. Communicate with owners. That's a soft skill. Okay? That's talking. That's a soft skill. Things like that. So those are things that are typical for all positions. So that's what you're doing when you're looking for soft skills and hard skills. Find 3 of these. So why are these things important? These things that they're asking for, these are things that you may need to have on your particular resume. Right here, collect urine and fecal specimens. This is quite common in a vet assistant kennel technician position. It's not common for HVAC. If you're collecting urine and fecal as an HVAC technician, something is wrong. Don't do it. You've got a very strange boss. Get out of that job. This is unique. So if you're a vet assistant, you should be able to put this experience in collecting urine and fecal specimens. If they're running selection, this is on your resume, boom, you're going to be pulled, somebody else isn't. Okay? Assist with administration of medications and patient restraint. These are things that they are looking for that are unique to this position. This is why we want you to take and do this assignment. You need to be able to read a job offer or opening and be able to take those items and apply them to your resume. These are the key words. Okay? Does everybody understand this? Yes, yes? You see how these things are applying directly to your resume. So everybody who wanted to know how to polish your resume, this is how you do it. You look at the jobs and you gear your resume to them. You don't just decide, I like my resume. It's beautiful. It's perfect. Why aren't they choosing me? You have to make your resume the way they want to read it. Okay, everybody got that? Let's see a show of hands. I saw some earlier. There should be a lot of hands because you need to be reading your resume and comparing it to job openings. They won't bend to you. I guarantee it. You have to bend to them. This is a very, very important thing. So watch what I'm doing here. I'm going in here. I'm changing this. So everybody sees it. Right now it closed Sunday. I'm changing it to this Sunday, the 16th. I'm saving it right here. So anybody who didn't do this, you have the ability to do this right now. So get her done, like the comedian said. All right, no excuses. Okay, so you now have the ability to get in, get done. Anything else, you're going to have to manually ask to have open. All right, so we are in week 2, and we're going to talk about this because at the bottom of week 2, there is no surprise. We have a midterm. Okay, so this midterm here, when I click on it, you will see that it is open. I would advise you to get some information before you jump into it because you can only take it once. Okay, you can't go in and look around. If you go in to look around, boom, that is your time. Okay, to give you a heads up. There is no time limit on it. You can take as much time as you want. But I'm letting you know it opens now and it is good through Sunday. Now, when you take this midterm, I want you to be aware that your grade is going to be lower than when I'm finished going through it. Okay, don't freak out because your grade's going to be low depending on the type of questions you get. You are going to get 40 questions, but they're going to be random. Most of might be all multiple choice. Some will be fill in the blank. Some will be short answer. If you get all multiple choice, your grade's going to be higher than someone who gets more fill in the blank. I go through everybody's midterm. I have to manually grade all the fill in the blank, all the short answer. So those are not calculated into your grade until I go through it. So you may have a 60 or a 40 until I go through it. Then all of a sudden you have a 90. So please don't freak out. Also, some of the automatic multiple choice answers I don't agree with. It will count it as wrong, but given the way times have changed recently, the book may not be quite as current as it should be. That's the way books are. So you'll get points even though it was counted wrong. Got it? Does everybody understand? I will go through every question. Now, if you get one wrong and you want me in particular to take a look at it, send me a text or email. I'll be more than happy to. All right? So don't freak out. Please, please, please don't panic over that. Also, we're going to go to the home page. Right here, this big red help button. Push it. Right here, see this thing that says midterm study guide? You might want to check this out. You might want to click this PDF. I would, but that's just me. I'm kind of smart like that. And look here. Here is everything that could possibly come up on that midterm. And I get messages, I had to Google, I had to search, I had to do this. And I'm like, wow, that's a lot of work. I probably would have pushed that big red button that I told you to push because all the answers are right here. You may have to look at these. You may have to read it and understand it. And I'll get messages, this wasn't in that study guide. And I send it back to them with a highlight. Oh, well, I didn't see that. That's not my fault. Maybe you should invest in some glasses, okay? Everything is in here, okay? We've gone over this, or we will finish going over it this week, all right? So I want you to be a success, but you have to use the tools around you. We talk about communication. How many people are good communicators? Show of hands. You're a good communicator. One person, two people, three people. Three people are good communicators for. A good communicator listens. Trust me with this. I took the time to put this together. And as when I did, I saw those midterm scores go up because people do realize I am honest. I tell you, if it's on here, it's on here. All right, right there. Use this homepage, okay? Everything you need is right here. I tried to make it easy for y'all. Okay, week 2, we know the drill on where you put your live conference things in here. Today, we're going to talk about an elevator pitch. How many people hate the question, tell me about yourself? Everybody hate that question? I hate it. Tell me a little bit about yourself. You get it in the interview. I see a couple of people. Anybody else hate that? Tell me a little bit about yourself when you sit down for the interview. Or how many people don't know what to put at the top of their resume, that little block at the top? And you put, I am a professional in the such and such field and blah, blah, blah. How many people put that? And that sounds real exciting, huh? You want to see that movie? Okay, so we're going to talk about this because people don't realize the value of this elevator pitch. So an elevator pitch, picture this. Sicily, no, picture this. You and another person get in an elevator. The elevator's moving up in the building. That person's going to get off that elevator in between 30 and 60 seconds. That's it, 30 to 60 seconds. You have that much time to either get them to give you information about your career or a job offer. How many people think you could do it? Anybody? You have 30 to 60 seconds. How many people can do that? Sheldon can. William, yes. Okay. I see a few more hands. These are the people with confidence. Boom. You know what? That pushes them right to the top because that confidence is going to show in their face and the way they talk and the way they present themselves. They've got a foot in the door. This is what you say in the interview when they say, tell me a bit about yourself. This is what goes on the top of your app or resume. Okay, think about that. This is, why should I hire you? How many people have heard that question? Why should I hire you? And you sit there and you're dumbfounded. So there's a couple of things in here. There's a video, a bad example of what to do. And there's a good example. Watch these. Now I know a certain portion of you will not. You just absolutely won't. I ain't gonna do that. No one's gonna tell me what to do. I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna be my own boss, and no one's gonna tell me what to do. How many of y'all are like that? Because I know some of you are, and you're sitting back there and you're covering up your mouth and you're trying not to laugh. But I know some of you are like, no one's gonna tell me what to do. I ain't clicking that blue button no matter what. Your attitude will be your worst enemy. Because I live down in Miami. How many people that know the 954 and they know the Miami attitude? Anybody experience Miami? Let me tell you, you want attitude? I'll give you attitude. Oh, no, you didn't. You not be cutting in front of me. You be coming in here thinking you be the boss. Oh, no, you didn't because I be coming here longer than you. I be standing in front and you come in here acting like that. Let me tell you, I could do Miami much better than you can, and I can throw attitude and shade better than anybody in here. But I can tell you when to turn it off. And when it comes to learning and it comes to continuing education, sometimes we have to park that attitude and we have to pay attention because these things are there to help us. Look at the bad attitude and the bad way here. It's as important as a good example. Take the time to watch these, or at least part of them. So, when they tell you why they should hire you or a little bit about yourself, look right here. Don't talk about personal stuff. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to know about your personal stuff. We don't care about your family, your life, blah, blah, blah. That's not it. We want to know business. Okay? We're not inviting you to a family reunion. We want to know what you know, your soft skills, your hard skills, a little bit about that. Okay? So, does anybody want to tell us a little bit about yourself? Does anybody feel brave that will unmute their mic and tell in 30 to 60 seconds a little bit about themselves? Anybody want to? Just unmute the mic and you can do it. It's okay.
Hi there, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Hi. So it's funny is I used to do hair for probably 15 years, almost 20,
Uh-huh.
and now I'm doing welding. So it's what to me I find interesting is what gravitates people a lot towards what I'm doing now is the fact that I have done such an extreme different career, and now everybody asks how does it relate to how does welding relate to doing hair? But what's great about it is it comes down to the detail. Like you'd be surprised how much they correlate with each other. But I mean that's me right now. I'm just finishing the course.
Okay. So you could say, my name is so and so, and I have extensive, communication skills and customer relations, and I have attention to detail, and my skills have transferred from this career to this career, and I've amplified them by adding in my welding skills, which include boom, 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 boom. See how that correlates here? And you get that in 30 to 60 seconds. So now my question is, as an employer, how will you add more to my company? And you say, well, I'm combining these skills and now I want to grow with your company and improve it by. So see, you've pulled me in. Because now I'm thinking, well, you had to be creative in hair. Now you're going to be creative in welding because not only are you going to take your normal skills, but you're going to be constantly looking for new skills. So I'm thinking you're going to be somebody that's going to want new training and grow, and you're going to grow my company. So you've intrigued me. And that's what you want with these type of interviews. Okay. So You said a lot in a very short term, and that's exactly what these elevator pitches do. So where else do you use these? When you're networking. So think about this. When you are in a group and you are at, say, a trade show or this, and you come up to people, you are having to introduce yourself. And that's scary. It's awkward. And you need to talk to somebody. This elevator pitch is exactly what you do. Think about that. You tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Am I right? I'm right. So you need to be able to do this. That was incredible. You see exactly. As soon as you started talking, I started moving into the camera. I wanted to know where you were headed. You were pulling me in. Does everybody see how that works? Yes, yes. How many people started getting pulled in? You had us. And if you had us, you're going to have an employer. This is why we do this. The key thing, 30 to 60 seconds. Keep it short. Okay? Keep it short. So, how do we go about doing this? Kind of write it down. Okay? Practice it. You don't want it to be so stiff. You kind of want it to flow. Think about what you want to say, about yourself. He was very specific. Okay? Very, very specific. About things that he could do. Don't say, I'm great, I'm this, I'm that, like that. You want to be more specific. Start talking in very specific terms about your skills. I can do TIG welding. I can do MIG welding. I know how to do angle welds. I know how to do overhead welding. Start telling very specific information. I work with exotic metals. I like aluminum welding. Uh, for those of you who aren't in the welding spectrum, very specific types of metals can be more difficult to work with. So that's a way of pulling people in. Think about what sets you unique. You know, if you're bilingual, my bilingual skills allow me to communicate freely with all of the clientele that we will encounter. This could be crucial if you're out there in the HVAC van and you're going into people's homes. This allows me to make my clients feel more at ease. Okay. This information can go at the top of your resume. That little blurb at the top, it makes it more informational. Okay. Everybody kind of get how this goes? Yes. Everybody? Yes, yes. Okay. Now, how many people are camera shy? Anybody camera shy? Because you notice it says to record it in front of a camera. Oh, uh-oh, right here. So click on this and it tells you how to record this for a camera. Okay. Now I have some students who would rather take a 0 than record this from a camera. Don't do that. Okay. I've got you covered. If you don't want to do it for a camera, you can do just audio. Okay. Or click text entry, type it out. Okay. If you type it out, punctuation, uppercase, lowercase, periods, type everything out the way you would speak it. Okay. A great way to do this, open up your phone, do speech to text. Everybody know how to do that? And let it type it out. That way you get a more natural flow. Okay. Everybody got that? Yes, yes. You understand you can do it as text if you're too camera shy. Okay. So that's something I want to make sure that everybody is aware of. Don't take zeros for assignments, please. you're only hurting yourself. You're not being a martyr. You're not going to get a different assignment. Okay? So please don't do that. You can do this. That is so important because when you do an interview, you're going to have to do this anyway. So get good at it. I'm going to tell you things that you can do to improve or not improve. Okay. This week, uh, you'll have your mock interview to schedule. You schedule that kind of the same way you did your resume. Some people schedule both at the same time. That was perfect. I actually have a mock interview result back already. I will put that in the appropriate assignment because that hasn't come up yet. But get these done. Those are so important. Some people actually had these done prior to coming in class because they met with career services. That's fine too. We will get that sorted out. Okay, your discussion for this week is your worst interview ever. Tell me about it. Tell the class about it. Talk about your worst interview. If you've never had a bad interview, tell about your best interview. If you've never had one, you're not getting out of it. Explain what you would do to have the best interview. Don't forget to come down here, click reply, put in your first post, then find another student and post for a second time. Okay, so we're good on that. And we'll talk about you did your naming of who you were going to interview last week. I can hardly wait to see the results. You've got great people you're going to talk to. This week, you're going to give the actual interview as far as in the results. So you're going to click start assignment to do that. Uh, but it's 250 word summary. What did you learn? Anything new? How are you going to incorporate that into your career going forward? Okay. Make sure you include the name and occupation of the person you interviewed in your answer. Okay. So click start assignment, text entry, put the information in here. If you did it as a Word document, click file upload, click upload file, and it'll let you upload your file in either way. But that should be incredible. If you didn't quite get 250 words, I'm not going to ding you for that. But if you put just 10 words down, yeah, you're going to get a 10-word uh, grade. Put some effort into these. These people work in your field. Find out what it's like. And then Thursday, your resume that you had signed that you met with them, this is where you upload it. You click start assignment, you say upload file, that's where you upload it. If you're having problems uploading it, email it to me, okay? Don't text it, email it to me. Okay, so, and if you need to know where to email it, you can come here, click on instructor, and my email should be on here, right there, rhaley@stc.edu. Now, Thursday, when we have our midterm, we will have Princess Phillips from the Orlando Career Services office will be in the class. She's going to be doing our lecture that day. So she's going to be talking about resumes that day. So please be prepared and show her love that day. Woo, woo. And so we are ready. We are going to talk about our personal brand today. How many people know about their personal brand? Anybody? Anybody know they got a personal brand? How many Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Gucci's, Pradas do we have out there? And how many Dollar Trees do we have out there? We have personal brands, and we are going to talk about those right now because you are your personal brand. Here we go. I happen to know I am a Louis Vuitton. I had to do a photo shoot. This is no joke, for Louis Vuitton in the Versace mansion. We used an owl named Moon Pie. And boy, talk about feeling out of place. Here we are in our grubby animal care outfits in the Versace mansion, filming with luggage that we will never be able to afford. So, we're going to talk about the importance of your personal brand and a brand statement. Okay, statement means one sentence, all right? One single sentence. That's going to be on your midterm. Brand statement means one sentence, one, because it's going to ask you how many sentences. And people will say four or more. I guarantee it. It means one. And the purpose of a personal commercial, which is also called an elevator pitch. Okay, a personal brand is your reputation. Did you know that? Your reputation is important in the business world. Okay, it's going to define your aptitude, not attitude, skills, your abilities, your personality, and your value. How many people know students by name only and they know all about them at the school? Anybody know any student and they know they're good at what they do or this or that by name only? See, that is their personal brand. Think about it. That is their personal brand. Just like when you hear Levi's, Nike, Puma, Adidas, their name is their personal brand. You have a personal brand. People are going to know about you before you get there. Don't think your business is so big that they haven't heard about you. Factors that contribute: clarity, authenticity. If you're not real, people are going to know how phony you are. Consistency. You can't do good work and bad work and good work and bad work. You're going to do no work. Eventually, places will stop hiring you. Relevant. You better stay current. Know what's going on in your field. Stay up to date. Differentiation. What sets you apart? If you're like the crowd, when they ask who wants to learn this, who wants to learn that, if you stay back in the crowd, they don't need you any more than anybody else. You're that replaceable. Think about that. If you stay back with your friends, you can be let go with your friends. You can be replaced with your friends. Your friends don't pay your bills. Stand out, move up. Got it? I can't tell you that enough. You may like the crowd, but the crowd is replaceable. You know, if you drop a whole bag of marbles on the floor, which marble do you miss the most? It doesn't matter. They're all the same. Okay? Drop a diamond on the floor. You're going to miss that diamond. Okay? Be the diamond. Authority. How well do you handle it or listen to it? Okay? If you don't like authority, you got a problem because there's always going to be somebody above you. And how many people want to own your own business because you want to be your own boss? Anybody want to own your own business? Be your own boss? Usually somebody does. Here is something about owning your own business and being your own boss. Your clients are your boss. Okay? Customers are not always right. They really aren't, but without them, you have nothing. So you have to walk that fine line. You can fire a client, refuse service, and please don't let them abuse you. But they are still kind of your boss because you have to work in with their demands to a point. So you are never 100% your own. You have to work in with suppliers. You have to work in with this. You have to work in with laws. You have to work in. So, yes, you have a lot of leeway, but we are never 100% our own. Engagement is the way you interact with people and they can interact with you. So, your personal brand covers all this with your name. And when they hear your name, they know all this about you. And it's how they see you, not how you see yourself. Okay, you may see yourself one way, but this is how they see you. Now, the brand statement that we are going to be talking about is one sentence. Okay, one. I'm going to stress this one sentence that describes what you can offer an employee. You have to break it down. One sentence to describe you. It's like a slogan. Now, this is where we get crazy. Now, you've heard everybody runs on Duncan, you know, Nike, just do it, things like that. Your slogan is not going to be a catchy little line like that. Please don't try to make it like that. But it's to give an employer of how you would contribute to the company. And so it should be concise and it should use keywords and it should reflect the professional that you're going to be. Okay? So, how do we do it? So, think about your reputation, what you want to project. Think about your skills, your soft and hard skills, and how you would describe yourself with those. And then put it together in one statement, one sentence. I can't stress it's enough. It's going to be one sentence. Okay, one. Okay. So when we talk about your reputation, what do others say about you? Not you, what would others? And describe yourself, list your skills, and then try to take those skills and think about them in keywords. Okay. Now, this is not easy. And think about, why you're better than the other person, things like that, things that are going to describe you. And it's brand statements going on your resume, it's going on your cover letter, it's going on LinkedIn, and it is your person's slogan. It is you. So let's think of some of these, okay? A creative problem solver who can combine math skills and science expertise to help develop sustainable energy. A writer that's able to blend, blah, blah, blah. A driven team player who uses leadership skills to motivate others. So you can see where some of these are incredible. They don't describe our careers, but you can relate it to your career. Okay, so let's go back to that. Whoops, maybe. Okay, a talented welder that can combine past experience to help develop new techniques to further the welding department. Okay, that was given from the person who spoke earlier, going from hair to welding. Look at that personal brand statement. Boom, right there. Okay, think of a way to describe yourself using those creative talents because a welder is creative. It takes a lot of talent and skill. Okay. So Think about what skills you have and combine them into one statement. And people might think that these things, oh, these should be easy. I'm not getting. No, these are not easy. These are new things. Give you a hint. We are a college. People say trade school and that it's the same thing. Don't let them try to lessen what you're learning and the difficulty. These things will challenge you, okay? They're going to make you think. So if you have a little difficulties on some of these things, that's okay. We all do. Stepped up to the challenge and do these. Okay? We all going to step up. Yes? Show of hands. We're going to step up. We're going to try these. Do our best because your best is awesome. What's not awesome is going, this is hard. I'm not doing this. I can't do this. This is hard. Okay. You going to do that on the job? Just walk out to your car, drive home. They asked me to do something. It was hard. I couldn't do it. I went home. I watched SpongeBob. No, you can't do that. When something's hard, you step up and you try your best. And that's what we're doing. Okay? We do these. And I'll be proud of you for doing it and we learn. Okay? So I'll tell you that statement, that's hard. It was hard for me. But we can do these things and we do it together and we learn and we grow and we're awesome. And we're good looking too, aren't we? We're the best looking bunch. Trust me, I've seen some of the other classes. We are awesome. Don't tell the other ones we said that. They get their feelings hurt. All right. So the personal commercial, we talked about this already. The elevator pitch, 30 to 60 seconds. You're going to do this. Okay. This answers that. Tell me about yourself. And you're going to love this because if you go into that mock interview, they're going to say, tell me about yourself. And you're going to go, I got this. Boom. And they're going to go, oh, you were in Mr. Haley's class, and I know it because you know this. You've got this every single time. Tell me about yourself. You got your personal commercial. Practice this. I know nobody likes to do the practice. You got that $14 million blinged out phone that does selfies and x-rays and everything. Use it. All right. To help you out, you can use your personal brand statement in that personal commercial. Summarize your education, your soft skills, hard skills. Think about what you want from this person. Do you want a job? Do you want to network with them? You can tell them, I am seeking employment in this field, in this area. I am looking to get more insight in this particular uh, field. You can tell them exactly what you want. Write it down, practice it. So here's some examples here. I'm going to use the bottom one. A compassionate healthcare professional who has the skills, knowledge, and commitment needed to help patients achieve or improve quality of life. Ooh, that's a lot of words. I might take some of those out. But now their personal commercial, they expand. I am Samuel Lopez, a physical therapist with over 5 years experience in the field. I specialize in a range of physical therapy services, including sports injury rehabilitation, post-surgery recovery, and chronic pain management. I'm looking for a position in the tri-state area. And so you can see they tell who they are, what their skills are, their experience, where they're looking for a position. Boom. So you can see how they went from a brand statement to a full commercial. Now understand they had professionals write these. These take time. Now they say practice in front of a mirror. I don't know how old the person was who wrote that. Use your phone. Take a couple of selfies because I said we were good looking. Then put it on video. Practice. See what you look and sound like. None of us are really happy with the way we look or sound. That is common. You are beautiful. You sound great. Don't sweat it. Okay. Keep it within 30 to 60 seconds. Ask for feedback and record it multiple times. You'll get used to seeing and hearing yourself. It really is okay. All right. You can do this. So today, you're going to do a brand statement. Please do not give up on this. Okay. These are the steps you do. Define yourself. Think about your reputation. List some of your skills out. Try writing little phrases at first, and then come up with one sentence to describe yourself that makes you desirable for an employer. Okay? Y'all can do this. I know you can. It's a little difficult. Just try. Please try it. Do your best. Your best is what I want. Don't give up. Giving up is the only way you fail. And this class has no failures. All right? Y'all
Is this a,
got this.
sorry, excuse
Yes,
me, Mr. Lee. Is this assignment, is this for the video?
participation. This is
The,
the participation.
okay.
Okay? This is your participation here. So this is for the attendance today. The video is the elevator pitch. Okay, so this is participation today. The elevator pitch is the video. So they are two different things. A brand statement is different from an elevator pitch. Okay? Everybody good on that? All right, so that is it. So the best way to think about that is, how do you describe yourself in one sentence? And like I said, these things take time, they take practice. So give that a try and we'll see how it goes. All right? And that's it for today. And we will see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock. And we'll see how y'all do on this tonight. And if you need anything open, please send me those texts and emails letting me know what you need open. All right? Y'all have an awesome day. And we'll see you tomorrow.